Hello, my dear Crazylicious gamers. How are you all? Today, I am here to give you a fabulous update about the latest GTA 6. Rockstar once again came up with an amazing chapter adding to the GTA franchise. So here I am to tell you more about the game, the characters, the story, and much more. So I request all the GTA fans to watch the whole video and enjoy. The story. The story starts in the states of Leonida. It's all about the mysterious events which takes place in the lives of two lovebirds, Jason and Lucia. They were trying to begin a new life together and live happily. But things went sideways and unfortunately both got mixed with the criminal conspiracy. What really went wrong with their happy life? What kind of criminal situation they actually got into? What was their past? What things does Jason and Lucia did to get out of this mess? And did they really succeed? Well, to know all these things you need, just wait for the game to release and get your hands on the game. The characters. So here is some information regarding the basic characters of the story. So let's start with our hero, Jason. Jason Duval. Jason wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time to try something new. Meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now, it's hard to tell. Lucia Caminos. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. More than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia is committed to her plan, no matter what it takes. A life with Jason could be her way out. Cal Hampton. Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian's, Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. Cal is at the low tide of America and happy there. Casual paranoia loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans. Booby Ike. Booby is a local Vice City legend, and acts like it. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire spanning real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Booby's all smiles until it's time to talk business. Booby might seem like he's just out for himself, but it's his partnership with the young, aspiring music mogul Draquan for Only Raw Records that he's most invested in. Now they just need a hit. Draquan Priest. Draquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. Now that he's signed the Real Dimes, Draquan's days of booking acts into Booby's strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. Real Dimes. Bay Lux and Roxy aka Real Dimes have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. An early hit single with local rapper DWNPI took Real Dimes to new heights. Now, after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to Only Raw Records, hoping lightning can strike twice. Raul Bautista. Confidence, charm, and cunning, Raul's a seasoned bank robber always on the hunt for talent ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. Raul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. Brian Heder. Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys. Still moving product through his boatyard with his third wife, Lori, Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties, so long as he helps with local shakedowns and stops by for Lori's sangria once in a while. Release date. Now here is your answer for most awaited question, my friends. Unfortunately, we have to wait for another year for the game to get released. Yes, the game is going to get released on May 26, 2026. So it's a long wait, and I think it's worth waiting. Meanwhile, I hope the makers to release any trial or beta versions of the game so that the people can experience the game before its full version release. So that's all for today, friends. Stay tuned for more gaming updates.